What up, y'all? It's your boy Trader Producer, aka T Music. You already know it is. I'm back with another video. So let's go ahead and dive into this.
Free your body and your mind.
Hey Trey, put that on everything.
So what's going on, y'all? I'm out here in the streets right now, about to run the Apple store because a letter on my laptop had broke. So I gotta go get this mug, try to see what it's gonna be about, trying to get this mug fixed. Then, you know, do some more work, just write out some goals and everything. I want to get set for this week. I already got a lot of stuff accomplished today. Usually I'm at work, so it's kind of like crazy how I be trying to get everything done. But we gonna try to get it, you know, hit up Apple Store, then, you know, hit up Starbucks until we gotta go get the wife. And then, you know, I want to talk to y'all a little bit about the softwares that I use to actually, you know, get my beats, you know, going, and, you know, just making beats regardless, like the softwares that I use. And I want to get some comments and some feedback on the different types of softwares that y'all use, and what y'all would think would be easier from the ones that I'm using. So right now we about to go ahead, hit up the Apple Store, and, you know, hit up Starbucks for a minute, just a little minute, and then go to the crib and I'll show y'all what I've been using. Y'all can give me some feedback. So let's get it.
Hey Trey, put that on everything.
Cool, just caught one. I couldn't get it in today. They got me in tomorrow, but it's free, so that worked out for me. So we about to hit up Starbucks in a minute, and then back to the crib. So I'm at Starbucks, but you know, I just decided to get this out the way. Might as well. I ain't gotta wait till we get to the crib to, you know, talk to y'all about it. But the main softwares that I use on a daily is Logic and Machine. Now, I like, preferably between both of those, I really love using Machine. Like Machine, because when I started back up doing music, I started working with Machine, because my uncle had it. So once I got a hang of that, I was like, man, I might just start working with Machine. So I went out and got my own stuff and bought Machine software and everything, and been working with it for years. Like, I love the sampling on there. Sampling is like super easy on there. It's like once you really buckle down and actually learn how to do it becomes easy. So being that I learned how to structure that, I use that through. Now, through Logic, I have learned to sample through Logic, but it's a lot harder. I would say a lot harder to do it than doing it in Machine, because the Machine, it makes it a lot more easier to sample. But with Logic, it's like you gotta do certain things. You can be able to change the pitch and everything, but I couldn't figure out how to like keep the same tempo with changing the pitch though. So, but I figured it out how to do it on Machine. So I was like, man, I just work on Machine. Now, with that being said, I do sometimes use Machine into Logic. I don't do it often because of the simple fact that it is a lot harder to do it, and I have did it before and a couple of times before, but it's like once I really get the whole process down, everything flows swiftly, and I actually be using Machine into Logic, and once that all, you know, goes down into place, I'll really start doing it. But preferably I just use Machine sometimes. But if I'm recording chords and everything, I'm probably more than likely gonna go through Logic, because Logic has better sounds, especially with keys wise. But don't get me wrong, Machine does have sounds. I can also get patches and everything, but I never really got any patches to go with Machine, so I can upgrade my sound a little bit more. But I am gonna invest in that and do more and just actually continue to master machine, and then one day go up to the MK3 pad. 'Cause that pad is ridiculous, but y'all see I got the micro pad, and I have mastered it a lot, and I Tweedledee with it, and I get it going, and I get it done. But yeah, there's them the two softwares that I use, and I don't use like things like Pro Tools or what is the other ones? Ableton. Is that what it is? Yeah, Ableton. I don't use that. I want to use that though. I would like to use it, but y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think is the better software to use. I have used Pro Tools before. When I first started like in high school, I was using Reason. So I know a lot of producers use Reason 9. I used FL Studio one time to record one beat. What else did I use? Like I said, I did use Pro Tools at one point with my uncle, but I only did it like once or twice. But as far as all the other softwares, like once I got this computer, I started using GarageBand, but GarageBand was like terrible. So that's when I upgraded to Logic, and then that's when I started really using Machine. Then I wanted to combine them, Logic and Machine, together to see how they work, and I tried it. I didn't really get too fond of it, but I know for a fact I will probably do it again, like really learn it, so that way I ain't using two softwares. Because sometimes, I'll tell you this, sometimes, to be truthfully honest, I might, like if I'm getting a track from somewhere else, I might put it through Logic just to like cut it down, because it seems like cutting it down is like a lot harder to do Machine. It's like cutting it down and trying to make sure, I might, I'll take the time out most of the time to do it, but it's like a lot more easier, and I can get the tempo of the song for real on Logic through the BPM counter. I can get the tempo, I can cut it and slice it how I want it, and then just bounce all the tracks into place and send it right through Machine. Like it's a lot easier. I know that may sound like a lot harder to y'all, but it's a lot easier for me to do, and I love doing it. Like I don't mind doing it, but I know it may take up some time, and then having all those tracks on my desktop and everything, it's kind of like, dang, people be going through like, dang, all these tracks up in here. Now sometimes I may use, because of the drums, I may record my own drums through Machine, and then just put the whole thing on the Logic. Like that's how much sometimes I might do it, but I don't really back and forth with them. Like I usually sometimes stick with one or stick with the other. Like it depends. But y'all leave in a thing in the comments what you think might be better for me to use, or if I should change up what I'm using, because I love Machine. I love Machine. I love Logic. I have recorded all my songs on Logic. Like I rap, y'all. If y'all ever listen to my music, check out on iTunes and Apple Music and all them spaces. It's Trader Producer without the E on the producer. Yeah, I did all my mixing, my mastering. I went through Lander, but I did all my mixing. I did all my recording, everything by myself through Logic. Sometimes when I make my beats off a Machine, I'd have just transferred over to Logic and then just do it like that, do the track outs and, mix them and everything. But y'all let me know what y'all think, what y'all like using. And I want to try out some different ones, the ones I ain't used yet, like Ableton, and I really ain't used Pro Tools, so maybe Pro Tools, so maybe I can invest in there if it's a lot easier to do different things, or it may take some time. Like I'm willing to try it out and see how it goes. So y'all let me know, tell me what y'all think, and that's all I really wanted to talk about on this one. I didn't want to keep y'all long, so peace. Y'all already know what it is. Like, subscribe, and comment, and turn on that post notifications so that way y'all can see whenever I post. And I plan on posting daily. I got a lot going on, but I'm still gonna be able to do whatever needs to be done. I ain't gonna give no excuses to y'all. I'm gonna keep posting daily, so that way y'all can be able to see what's going on and how I actually make my beats and what I'm doing now. So see y'all later on the next video. Peace.